Hey y'all, so we're out here again with a little update. I'm pretty sure the last time I did a full long form video update, there wasn't anything in the ground. So let's go around and show you guys what we have. We have here mulberry, a white variety. I believe it's a white Pakistan. I'll put it somewhere on the screen for sure what it is. This was planted as, I guess it's like a 1 gallon like sleeve. It's just like a tall, like narrow container. Wasn't, well, I guess it hasn't really grown as far as like height goes. I really need to get taller stakes to tie it up a little bit better, but that works for now. And it just recently woke up, well, I guess like a month ago. It had some berries on them, so they all fell off. And honestly, it's been so freaking windy, so nothing's really staying on anywhere. And then here we have the Galaxy White Peach. If you've been following my shorts, or if you follow me on Instagram, you saw this was covered in flowers. My 5-year-old counted and there was like 96 flowers or something crazy on it. I don't see any actual peaches though that formed. Like I said, we've had a lot of wind, and so the wind kind of knocked a lot of them off. I do see some random like little things that I'm like, oh, that's gonna turn into a peach. So there is still some random little stuff, but nothing too crazy. I was gonna pull them off anyway since it's the first year in the ground. This was planted as a bare root. It probably would have gone into like a 5-gallon container if it would have been potted up at the nursery. So this is about, yeah, a 5-gallon tree, and it's like 5 feet tall from obviously the base to the height. So it's got some height, it's got some good branches. So that's exciting. Here we have all-in-one almond. I was kind of worried about this one because it is barely starting to like leaf out and wake up. It was doing nothing forever. I planted it, nothing was going on. And then it was just like from one day to the next, we just saw like little buds, and now it's leafing out and it seems happy. Don't see any flowers. I didn't see any flowers. I don't know if maybe it flowers at a different time. I don't know. But either way, it's awake, and that's all that matters right now. This one branch is dead. At least the top half is. So I will come in at some point and just kind of cut this off. Probably all the way down. It's the last branch down on the main branch, so it's not a big deal. But I will just come in and probably cut it like here at some point, or maybe like here, and just kind of go from there. So there's the almond. Then over here we have the bougainvillea that has come back from the dead. These did not take the cold, but they obviously came back fine. Well, most of them came back fine. This is a thornless Mexican lime, I believe. Yeah, thornless Mexican lime. Again, really good height. Has some flowers. It was covered in these little buds here. Again, the wind, and then it keeps falling over because it's in the pot. So it keeps falling over. But I have quite a few flowers that have opened up. So we might actually get some limes from this guy. Then we have a Mayor lemon. Again, if you follow me normally and you watch my shorts, you'll see this guy was basically dead, and I came in, chopped him all up. That's why he's looking kind of, questionable. But it helped because he bounced back. So that's all that matters. I really need, sorry, my kids are outside like always, but I really need to get these two in the ground, especially since they keep falling over with the wind and everything like that. I need to get them in the ground, but we'll get there. Here we have 3 mangoes. Well, technically 4, I guess. This guy's in a 25-gallon pot. I'm pretty sure he's dead. This guy's in a 25-gallon pot. I always think he's dead, and then he always shoots up some new growth. His most recent growth was from here. I don't know if I'm just not watering enough and it just kind of like fell off, or if it's still kind of cold, because I did take the frost fabric off and then it got kind of cold again, and then our weather has been ridiculous. So I'm not sure, maybe it just froze. It seems to still be green, so I guess we'll see what happens. This guy was half dead when I planted. Again, if you follow my shorts, you've seen him. These are still green, or like they don't look green, but they're scratching green. I'm hoping maybe as it gets hotter, it'll come back from the dead. But we'll see. I don't have very high hopes, but we'll see as it gets hotter. Because this side is dead. This branch for sure is dead. I think this one is too. This tree was half dead when I got it. But there's still some hope for this, but I don't have very high expectations, to be honest. However, we have a little baby. This is likely from a mango that fell off when this guy was still in the pot. This was a 65-gallon tree. So it was a big pop tree. So this is probably a seedling that sprouted from a mango that fell. It was already there when I brought the tree, but it was super small, and it kind of just keeps going. It gets some damage. I think these were already damaged originally from when I planted the tree, but like all the new growth that comes in is coming in, in a good, like healthy looking way, and it's even got a bunch of like growing points. So my coworker said it's worth it to kind of protect this little guy, even if this big guy is a goner. This guy should, come back nicely. And then my most recent addition is a pink guava. She was a 7-gallon, but she's probably like 6.5, 7 feet tall, probably, I would say. Looking kind of rough-ish. Well, no, it's actually not looking that bad. The fruit it did have, again, if you follow me if you watch my shorts, you'll see when I brought it home, it had some fruit on it. It dried off, probably just from stress of transporting, planting, and then lack of water on my part. But there's a lot of little growing points all over the place. So I guess that's safe to say it's happy-ish now. So let's move on. I think in my last video I mentioned I want to make this a greenhouse, and my boss was like I would plant something deciduous on the west side. I went with mulberries because they grow big and fast. I figured what better tree. So I got Black Beauty here. I love how the leaves just kind of bunch up together. And then we have a Pakistan that is still dormant. I don't know what the heck is going on with that. But it's still scratching green. So I guess it's just a waiting game now. Let's go show you one more thing over here. Planted sunflowers here, and I was about to show you guys some sprouts, and they're all freaking gone. I was also going to mention that, so I can show you this little guy here. Something's eating them. Something's eating them. So, we counted 11 little sunflower sprouts the other day. And then I literally counted 6 this afternoon, or like earlier this morning. And now I only see 3 and the half-eaten one. So 4. And honestly, there's just so many little critters out here. It could be a bunny, it could be a prairie dog, a gopher, all kind of stuff. So, but there's 1, 2. Hopefully we can get at least 1 to get nice and big. I will reseed this though anyways. It's okay if they're crowded. We just want sunflowers. So I didn't show you guys this last time, but we have this big old planter. It was here. It came with the house. And we put nasturtiums in here. And again, if you follow my shorts, you saw these froze. And now they actually have flowers. But there's so much green that you can like barely see the flowers. But they're in there. It's just pretty to look at either way. So, isn't that pretty? And then our grape cuttings are looking so good. Look at that. That might be a little cluster of grapes trying to form. But we've got some nice growth on these. Not too crazy. We got a few different sprouting up everywhere. And then those are chiltepin chilies. Again, if you watch my shorts, you saw me trying to start those. I'm having trouble. I had a whole bunch and then they just kind of like dry out at the base, like they thin out and then just like fall over and die. Garlic is not as thick as I would like it to be for being, March, but whatever. Potatoes are looking really good. And then over here we have this random volunteer tomato. I'm actually going to go get the cage to cage it up before it gets any bigger, and then I just forget. And then these, I was possibly told in a Facebook group, they are lantana, which is just a flower. I did say I was going to try to repot them into like a pot and move them away from here. I haven't done it yet. But yeah, here's our blackberry. I didn't think it'd be flowering this year, but we've got lots of little flowers forming and coming in. So that's exciting. This is an OG plant. This came with us from our apartment, and now she's here and living and thriving and out here living her best life. She's even giving us a little baby down here. So that's really exciting. I really need to water these actually, so I'm glad I'm out here. But she's looking good. And then we have the Thai pepper, which is also an OG from our apartment. These are the only 2 things that survived. And it's starting to flower again. It's been flowering since last spring. Kind of slowed down in the winter, but we still harvested some peppers from this even during the winter. So, yeah. Probably need to hit it with some fertilizer because of this color loss. But it's here. It's thriving. So that's it, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. This is a side you guys haven't seen yet, but that's it for now. See you next time.